Hello everyone. So today I'm going to talk about my favorite hobby, model making. So, model making is when you make a model of something. Now that could be a model or a small version of a building, a house, a bridge, or a train, for example. So the first and most important thing about model making is scale. Now, scale means how big the model is. So in here, we have a model, or some models, of a train, going from a very big one. This one is maybe 50 centimeters long, to small scale. This one is maybe 5 centimeters long. So here is another example of scale. This is the exact same type of airplane in two different scales. This one is in a big scale. You can see that's my hand, it's very big. And this is it in a small scale. And if we quickly move in this airplane, there we can see 4 airplanes in different scales. We have big scale, medium scale, small scale, and this is actually very small scale. One of these airplanes would be maybe that big in the scale of this airplane. Model kits come in a box like this. This is everything that comes in a kit. You have all the small plastic pieces, some metal pieces, instructions for the painting, and decals, which is another way of painting. To make model kits, you need lots of different things. Of course, you need a desk or a table to build. I also have a pair of lamps for light. Probably the most important tool would be a knife, so you can cut things. For example, this little piece of plastic. Hopefully you can cut it. There we go. You cut little pieces of plastic like that. I also use pincers to grab little pieces like that and use them. We also have some brushes, lots of paint. Paint is very, very, very useful for model airplanes and model kits. And of course, glue. You need glue to put things together. And there are many other useful tools, like I have some pencils and pens, some cutters right there, some little sticks. These are really useful for mixing paint. And I think that's the important thing. And here's an airplane that I'm building right now. You also need a place to put all of the models. Here I have a big shelf with almost all of the models that I've built in Spain. You can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 airplanes so far. There are a lot of different types of models of different things. Some of the more popular types of models are boats, like here we have a modern boat and an old sailboat as well. We also have cars, typically really nice cars, like maybe old racing cars or like a Ferrari. Those are very typical types of models. Here you can see all the different parts of this model car. You can also make a model of people. Here is the chest and the head of someone, and here is a group of people. Model trains are also very typical. Here you can see a very big set of model trains from Minneapolis. Some model trains are so big you can actually sit and ride in them, and some are extremely small. Here is a very old type of train next to a pencil. Robots are also quite typical. They come from a lot of animated shows in Japan. Tanks are probably the second most common type of models. Here is one with the inside done very well, very detailed. And then the most typical type of model is my favorite, airplanes. So this is a medium scale airplane. As you can see, it's got a very interesting set of colors. It's also a very odd shape. You can see the one wing is very high, and it's very short this way. So here we can see 3 small-scale airplanes. This lets you see how even in one scale, planes can be both big and small. This is one of the ones we saw in the clip about scales. And this is still the same scale, but because it has 2 engines and is a different type of airplane, it is much bigger. And of course, the colors are all different. This one has a tan and green because it flew in the desert. This silver one was meant for flying very, very high. And this one is also tan and green because it also flew in the desert, same as this one. But this one has bits of white and yellow on it because it is from a different country than this airplane. So this big scale airplane is one that I haven't finished yet. As you can see, it has bits of the wing missing and part of the tail as well. It's also missing parts of the engine right here and the wheels. But I should be finishing this model in about a week or so. Right now I'm running little wires between the 2 wings. These wires are very typical on old airplanes like this.